In a small town, Anna, a 16-year-old teenager, lives with her family in an old, cozy house. Her father, a university professor studying human behavior, is admired for his wisdom, while her mother, a therapist, helps people overcome emotional traumas. The laughter and secrets shared between Anna and her younger sister, Clara, fill the halls of the house. However, this happiness soon transforms into a heavy atmosphere as something evil begins to infiltrate their lives. The first nights are unsettling. Anna wakes up, frightened, immersed in vivid nightmares, murmuring strange words in her sleep. Clara, beside her, feels a chill run down her spine, but believes it's just a phase of adolescence. However, the situation worsens when Anna begins to levitate slightly during her sleep, her bed trembling under the pressure of an invisible force. Fear grows among the family members, but they try to ignore the signs that something is not right. One night, while her friends gather for dinner, Anna is overtaken by an inexplicable wave of anger. The glass in her hands shatters against the wall, scattering shards and creating a heavy silence. The terrified expressions of her friends make her realize that the situation is becoming unsustainable. Anna attempts to control the situation, but a growing darkness envelops her, pushing away those she loves. As days pass, the tension in the house rises. The father, worried about his daughter's behavioral changes, begins to investigate inexplicable phenomena. He encounters reports of possession, and his heart fills with dread as he recalls stories told by his mother. On a fateful night, he hears Anna murmuring incomprehensible words while she sleeps, leading him to realize he can no longer ignore what is happening. The situation becomes critical when, during a fight between the sisters, Anna accidentally hurts Clara. Despair takes hold of the family, and the father decides to seek help. He calls a priest, a family friend and expert in exorcisms, knowing that his daughter's life is at stake. Anna, for her part, feels increasingly trapped, as if a supernatural force is imprisoning her within her own body. The priest arrives at the house, and a sense of oppression fills the atmosphere. He conducts an initial assessment, and soon senses the presence of a malevolent energy. Anna, in her room, is surrounded by a shroud of shadows that envelops her, leaving her dazed. The priest, with a firm voice, begins to invoke divine forces, but Arias, the demon that has taken hold of Anna, is ready to resist. As the family gathers around Anna, the tension mounts. The atmosphere becomes heavy, and Anna's screams echo throughout the house. She writhes on the bed, levitating, her body contorting in a macabre dance. The priest, determined, initiates the exorcism ritual, reciting sacred prayers, but Arias resists, feeding off Anna's fear and emotional pain. With each word the priest utters, Anna screams, her voice mingling with that of Arias. Objects around them begin to move, and the atmosphere becomes charged with negative energy. The father, anguished, watches his daughter's struggle, while Clara, in despair, holds Anna's hand, promising to stay with her throughout the fight. The palpable tension fills the air, intensifying the battle between good and evil. The priest realizes that the possession is not just physical, it is emotional. He decides he needs the family's help to confront the traumas Anna carries. Each member begins to share their memories, revealing insecurities and fears that have haunted Anna. Arias's resistance starts to weaken as Anna, even under the demon's influence, feels the light of familial love trying to break through the chains of darkness. As the prayers resonate, Arias becomes more aggressive, forcing Anna to relive the darkest moments of her life. The priest, realizing what is happening, intensifies his invocations, crying out for divine help. The light from the altar shines, and Arias's presence begins to dissipate. However, the battle is not easy, and the demon still has the strength to attack. In a moment of clarity, Anna manages to see what is happening and cries out for Clara, who watches with tear-filled eyes. The connection between the sisters becomes a bastion of hope. Clara moves closer and touches Anna's hand, promising she will never leave her side. This emotional connection gives Anna the strength she needs to fight against Arias. With a powerful scream, Anna rises from the bed, challenging the demon that possesses her. The light around her shines brightly, and Arias's presence begins to retreat. The priest, noticing the change, doubles down on his prayers, invoking the protection of higher entities. The environment transforms into a spiritual battlefield where light and darkness collide. The demon, furious, attempts one last maneuver, turning against Clara. He tries to undermine Anna's confidence by threatening her sister's life. However, Anna refuses to be defeated. With a shout of determination, she channels all the strength that her family has given her and, in an act of pure will, expels Arias from her body. The light explodes, and the presence of the demon is finally expelled. Anna collapses on the bed, exhausted but free. The room falls silent as the family, relieved, approaches her. Clara wraps her in a tight embrace, and their father watches with tears in his eyes, proud of his daughter's bravery. The priest, relieved, takes one last look around the room, knowing that the battle has been won, but the scars will remain. Yet victory comes at a cost. Anna's body, which was already deteriorated during the possession, now seems even more fragile. The emotional tension and physical damage have left her vulnerable. The family realizes that although the demon has been expelled, Anna's internal struggle has not yet ended. The consequences of the possession will leave deep and challenging marks on all of them. In the days that follow, the family tries to recover. Anna begins visiting a therapist to deal with the trauma and the disturbing memories of the possession. Her father, who has dedicated his life to understanding human phenomena, realizes that not everything can be controlled or explained. He begins to understand the fragility of life and the importance of love and unity in times of crisis. Meanwhile, Clara becomes Anna's defender, helping her face her fears and insecurities. The sisters work to rebuild their relationship and find a new normal. However, the shadow of Arias still looms over them, reminding them of life's fragility and the challenges that can arise when least expected. One quiet night, as Anna tries to rest, she has a vivid nightmare. The demon appears in her mind, not as a physical presence, but as a constant reminder of her insecurities. She wakes up terrified, realizing that even though the demon has been expelled, its effects are still present. This internal struggle becomes a part of her new reality. In a moment of vulnerability, Anna decides she cannot let fear define her life. She begins to write about her experiences in a journal, documenting her thoughts and feelings. Writing becomes a form of therapy, helping her organize her mind and confront the traumas that still afflict her. The family, recognizing Anna's strength, decides to come together more than ever. They start engaging in activities together, such as outdoor excursions and game nights, attempting to create new memories and reinforce the bonds that were tested by the possession. Her father becomes a constant support, while her mother remains a safe harbor for Anna. As time passes, Anna begins to feel stronger. She makes new friends and participates in school activities, but Arias's shadow still follows her. In moments of stress, she recalls the possession and the pain she endured. Nevertheless, she refuses to let those fears consume her. One day, while home alone, Anna feels a familiar presence. It's as if Arias is trying to infiltrate her mind again. She takes a deep breath, recalling the priest's words and the strength she found in her family. Instead of succumbing to fear, she confronts the presence, asserting that she will not allow the past to define her. As the daylight fades and the shadows of the night stretch across the room, Anna sits by the window, contemplating the horizon. Although she has gained freedom from the demon Arias, the memory of the possession still haunts her mind. Each day that passes, she feels the weight of the emotional scars that remain. The nights are particularly difficult, filled with nightmares that make her wake in a panic. Even surrounded by her family, the shadow of the past follows her, and Anna wonders if she will ever be able to completely free herself from what she has endured.